Before we highlight the best and most challenging car shipping locations in this state, generally speaking, the best car shipping locations are going to be the biggest cities, followed by those locations on or near interstates. You'll have the quickest and least expensive auto transports from these locations. The most challenging car shipping locations are going to be in remote towns and cities. These are towns and cities that are more than 50 miles away from major cities or interstates. It takes more time and costs more money to ship a car to or from these remote locations. With these general guidelines in mind, let's look at the best and most challenging car shipping locations in this state. All right, as we take a look at the state of Texas, there are lots of great car shipping locations in the state. And they all start with the major metropolitan areas of the state, including those of Dallas, Fort Worth, Metroplex, Austin, the state's capital city, San Antonio, and Houston. Those four metropolitan areas are your absolute best car shipping locations in the state. And if you take a look at these locations, they form a triangle. If you stay within that triangle, you will have no problem shipping a car to or from Texas because it is the sweet spot of car transports to and from the state. Other solid car shipping locations include those towns and cities along the I-20 corridor. This is a major trucking corridor into the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So those include locations such as Odessa and Midland and Abilene, all great car shipping locations. Now, as we switch to the more challenging car shipping locations, these first three locations I'm going to highlight are hit or miss. A lot of times it depends on what's on the other side of the transport route. But in most cases, these are actually decent car shipping locations, but occasionally they can be challenging. So I'm going to put them in the challenging category. And they include El Paso on the far western edge of the state. It shows Fort Bliss here. For some reason, Google doesn't show it as El Paso unless I really zoom in. So we got El Paso, then we got Lubbock, and then we have Amarillo up in the panhandle of the state. These are three decent-sized cities, so there's a fair amount of car carrier traffic in and out of those cities. So again, in most cases, they aren't challenging, but occasionally they can be, so just be aware of that. But the absolute most challenging car shipping locations in the state are those locations more than 50 miles south of the I-10 corridor. So if I draw a line here, anything south of this line are the most challenging car shipping locations in the state, especially the further south you go, and especially as you get along the Mexico-Texas border. There just aren't a lot of car carriers that are traveling this area of the state. There are a few carriers that will travel from Houston down in the Corpus Christi area, but there aren't a lot, so even Corpus Christi is a challenging location to ship cars to or from. So if you can avoid kind of the southern section of the state, you'll be in good shape. To find out what it costs to ship a car to or from Texas, get an instant quote on our website at www.jnstransport.com.